Ooh, Saturday pre-order day. Let's see if I can get these Chaos Dwarfs. Let's get over here. Should be pretty early. Definitely have time to get this. I mean, come on, it's like an AOS item. I mean, it's a new faction, but I mean, I don't think it's really gonna be sold out that quick. You know, like I got time. Should be good. What does that say? Sold out? No, that can't be!
Shurfrousky's Cult of Nine.
So, the Chaos Dwarfs were sold out in seconds, right after they went up for pre-order on the Warhammer site. It's pretty crazy. Like, I'm even on the page too, even though it's days later, but still see it's temporarily out of stock. So quick. So, you know, I haven't been in the hobby for a super long time, and I usually don't do pre-orders, especially for AOS, since there's usually plenty of stock to go around for that. But since it seems like half of the AOS community wants this army, I figured I would try to pre-order this new faction at my local GW store. And man, I was so wrong, I guess. So I went to my local GW store, got there a few minutes early, got on their kiosk, went to the page to order it, and as soon as I went to click that little checkout page, I got an error saying it was out of stock. Like me and the manager were just like, what the hell, man? I was so surprised by this, since it's a AOS product. Apparently, it's the same for most who try to pre-order online, I think, or at their GW store, at least from what I'm seeing online. Yeah, so I think GW definitely underproduced this item, especially since it's an AOS box set that got sold out in minutes instead of a typical hyped-up 40k one, if that logic makes any sense. But I guess that it isn't too uncommon for this problem to happen, right? Since it does seem to happen more with the 40k products. But it's just surprising that it happened with the AOS stuff. You know, usually, I think with AOS products, you don't usually see this problem happening. But hopefully they learn from this and make more. But who am I kidding, right? But on the bright side, if you contacted your local gaming store and locked in a pre-order with them, I think you should be good to go. Also, GW stores usually carry extra stock besides the pre-orders for these box sets, so if you go to a store by the time you know, they get shipped in, you can probably snag yourself a box. The same goes for local game stores too, but it can vary though depending on your local game store. Some will only, you know, do pre-orders and that's the only thing they will order, or some will also order like a couple extra because they might think they could probably sell those besides the pre-orders. So it just depends. Check your local stores by the time this thing gets sent out. Something I noticed, which seems a bit odd, is how the Chaos Dwarf faction is being released, though. Like, how they're handling it. So far, it seems to be just a Spearhead box being released right now. The rest of this faction's range, you can't even buy it yet. They're not releasing it right now. I would think that since it's a new faction, that they probably would drop the whole range. Because that was the situation with you know, the Tomb Kings and the Bretonians when that released for Old World. You could buy that starter force and like Necrosphinxes and the Sepulchral Stalkers and Pegasus Knights and all that other extra stuff. But I'm guessing their marketing with how they put out their product has changed though, or at least since 4th edition AOS has been out. It seems like most of their releases have just been like box sets that include Spearhead, like the faction book, the cards, the other little accessories, and that's really it. So I guess they're probably sticking with that format even for a new faction. So if that's the case, I'm assuming we can expect maybe in 2 to 4 weeks, maybe after the box set actually hits the stores, that we can probably start seeing them release the rest of the range out. Hopefully it's sooner than later, and also hopefully those don't get sold out in minutes too, but I'm thinking they probably will be. So what do you guys think about this? Was it surprising to see the Chaos Dwarfs sold out so quickly for an AOS product? Do you think like other hobbyists are buying these up too, for things like Old World, or I guess even other hobbies too, where it makes sense? Or do you think it's maybe the nostalgia hitting, since, you know, Chaos Dwarfs was sort of like a cult classic type of fan favorite faction back in the day, right? And they never really had an official book even back then. So now that they do have an official book, and they're like officially a faction, that's just probably hyping everybody up and getting everybody into like a feeding frenzy about it, and they're just trying to gobble it up as much as they can. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. Let me know in the comments. Tell me what you think's going on or how you feel about the situation, and I'll see you next time. Adios.
Let me in! Let me in!